You guys might be familiar with this Twitch streamer named David. Now, he's no longer a Twitch streamer, he's actually a musician. If we go to his YouTube channel, we can actually see he has posted a number of songs over the past few years. And up until recently, they've all done pretty well. You know, we got 2 million views there, you got 2 million views there, you got 5.3 million views here. Basically, the guy was an up-and-coming musician who was formerly a Twitch streamer with 80,000 followers on Twitch, and he had 2.29 million subscribers on YouTube. So he had everything going for him. Unfortunately, it looks like this guy might have thrown it all away, and that's because police found a body in a car registered to David, and it was identified as a missing teenage girl. Obviously, this is incredibly serious. Serious enough that David has hired one of Harvey Weinstein's lawyers as cops probe how the remains of a 14-year-old runaway ended up in his abandoned Tesla. The 20-year-old embattled artist recently retained Blair Burke, a top criminal defense attorney who has also repped a host of Hollywood stars, including Lindsay Lohan, Kanye West, Mel Gibson, and Britney Spears. And then obviously this here is David, and this is the unfortunate person named Celeste who was found dead in his car. Now, there's a whole lot of moving parts to this case. Obviously, it's not good when somebody finds a body in your car, and obviously with him being a massive musician and a Twitch streamer, there's a lot of details about his life that have been made public over the years that people are combing through now and finding more and more details. For instance, the fact that the person who was found dead was rather young, and it seems like he may have had a relationship with her beforehand, which says a lot about him, but we're not going to get into that. What we're going to talk about today is this. Singer David is not a murder suspect, police have confirmed. That's right, according to Drama Alert, he's not a murder suspect. And I actually looked into this because Drama Alert's right. And this is an article from Yahoo Entertainment where they're republishing Men's Journal saying David was not named a murder suspect, police confirm in a new statement. But if we actually go down and we take a look at why this is, it's still not looking great for David. So here we go. The authorities issue a statement. Despite all of the apparent evidence linking the singer to Rivas, which is the girl who was found dead, David has not been arrested or named a murder suspect. In a new statement this week, authorities confirmed that fact and explained why. According to a statement from the LAPD, it's still not clear whether or not Rivas' death was a homicide, making it impossible to list a murder suspect. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Miss Rivas Hernandez's death. As such, it remains unclear whether there's any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body, the new LAPD statement said, via Rolling Stone. RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez and her family. So when they're saying that he's not a murder suspect, what they're actually saying is that nobody's a murder suspect, because there's a process in this kind of thing. The coroner has to take a look at the body and determine a cause of death. If the coroner finds the cause of death to be a homicide, then the police can start their investigation. Of course, in cases where it's obvious, they'll start the investigation right away. But in a case like this, where she was unfortunately found in a car after a long period of time, it's going to take the coroner quite a while to go through and actually make a decision on this. Although I would expect one in the coming days as to whether or not she's the victim of a homicide. I think everybody expects the coroner to find that she was in fact a victim of a homicide, but we can't say that right now, right? Because we have a legal system, we have a justice system. As of right now, David is completely innocent. He hasn't been proven guilty, he hasn't been arrested, nothing's happened to him. In the eyes of the law, he's innocent because they don't know what actually happened yet. So once they get the coroner to come in and say if she was a homicide victim or not, then they can start the process of investigating and everything. But I will note that in this, it did note that there was obviously a crime involved here, which is the concealment of her body. And I wouldn't be surprised if when they actually make a decision on the homicide investigation, they bring somebody in on those charges as well, because obviously you can't just conceal a body in a car and leave it out in the street. So this whole situation is, number one, weird. Number two, absolutely tragic, this poor girl. And number three, a lot of people are spreading lies. And that's not to say that Drama Alert is outright lying here when they say that he's not a murder suspect, but they are being a little misleading, which is fine because Twitter actually added a community note onto this tweet. Authorities are reportedly not seeking a person of interest or suspect at this point of the investigation since the cause of death has not been determined by the medical examiner. This doesn't mean David is not a murder suspect. Now, technically speaking, this community note is wrong because it does mean that he's not a suspect because they don't have any homicide to investigate yet. But regardless, when you see the headline that says he's not a suspect, that doesn't mean he's not going to be investigated. It doesn't mean that he can't become a suspect in the future because obviously it sounds like they've barely started this investigation. So I'll be pretty interested to see where this goes and what happens here. It's not every day that we see somebody with such a promising career just throw it all away for nothing. I mean, when was the last time something like this happened? Aaron Hernandez? It's a waste. It's a total waste. It's a tragedy, absolutely tragic, and I feel bad for this poor girl's family. But regardless, I have to put in a disclaimer that as of right now, David is innocent, and he will be unless he's convicted of a crime in a court of law. That's my legal disclaimer here, but I'd like to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that he did it? Do you think that he should be the first suspect? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.